Here he is, birthday boy. He's out on the bar, So, as you can see behind there now, this is good. So I don't know if you can pick it out, but many years ago, that's your first gully, that's your second gully, and there's your third gully. On a big 13-metre tide, you could get right out there, okay? But they used to run here, and this used to be the point where we used to get on here, and then you'd wade across and then get on. So if you're here early, you don't want to cast far. It's like a pit here, it's where you want to try and get. I mean, when we done the Timber versus Sea Angle Adventures one that we done the other year, the fish come from there. Obviously you can see them in the bay where it is to the left hand side. It's quite shallow going through. There's a lot of smaller fish come, but the bigger fish come in here, and it come from I'm trying to think who had them now, but I don't think they were casting that far to get them. They were literally casting in here off to there. But they were like close to £10, I think. But you normally see some half-decent fish in these ones here. Whole squid bait works well. And then you come out onto the bars. Now, what I tend to do is wade out as far as I can, Mr. Connor. Wade, 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 brother. Wade, wade, wade. And get that pendulum cast into effect. So there's a tide line out there, okay? Yeah, I can. I can, so you can. Just go up to your waist and then hit one. So I goes out to my waist, and then right out to my waist, and then I'll hit a pendulum cast. And there's a tide line out there, and you want to try and get it over that tide line if you can. We're gonna go out and do a little bit of filming in the water today. Woohoo! Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Come on, Connor. Don't be afraid. It's okay. I'm with you. I'll load your hand. You're on the bar still here. That's it. Look how far you can go out, look. Yeah, you're right, look. Oi. Look. You'll get another 20 yards on that. You want to get that tide line, mate. As you can see, Vass waders. He's getting his crop top on. Yeah, I had to take mine off. They get right out there, mate. Get a nice casting shot of you. Drop the weight down to your hand and then pendulum cast. You'll be fine. So go out far enough. Go out till you're up to your waist. That there at the moment. How far do you reckon that wet out that tide line is, Connor? 160 yards, 170 yards? It's a long way, isn't it? Right, I've just landed on it with my cast. The tide's dropped a little bit since then. But you can keep going, as you can go. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. On a flat day like this, you can get the depth, can you? You know what I mean? It's a bit weird, isn't it?
I've never been waded out.
I've never done shit like this before, man. Sounded like Cheeks and Chong bumping smoke, getting. I ain't never done this before, man. I ain't done this before.
I'm going to crack off now.
No, you're right, there you are. So I'll go a bit more. Just till you feel your testicles starting to get wet.
Yeah,
there you go, I'm getting wet now. Yeah, my testicles are wet. Right, here we go. Right, I'm going to move out the way for you now because I'm going to film you. Drop it on your hand and then pendulum cast. You can put a step in if you want to. Just do whatever you got to do to get distance. You need to get out there. Drop it. Instead of going high swing, try and get it to go around like that. And then you pick it up. There he is. Mr. OnlyFins. Bristol Channel. Up to his nuts and guts. He's going to roll over. He's going to roll over. You did. He could have walked out there. There'll be fish there still, mate. As you can see. You never, mate. You watch me there. I'll put 100 yards on by walking out there. Easy. I'll cast 100 yards. I'll walk to where your lead is then, out there, and then cast. That's a hell of a long way, that tide line. I'm mentally then, and it only just landed on it. Well, what gear are you using there, Mr. OnlyFins?
Well, we've got the top front, XT,
435.
435, and the random gashes.
Oh, yeah. Second one, here we go. Let's get some distance for this one then, Mr. Connor. No, you alright?
Huh?
Where are you two now? You going there? Yeah. No, hit one on near that. Just walk right out. I'd take the jumper off. I'd normally take my jumper off. Let me hold your rod a minute. So you don't get wet then.
Get those nipples out.
Yep. Yep. Birthday race, yeah, come on. Come on and do the conga. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I know what you're singing. I know the words.
Yeah, when I was doing the pendulum the other day with Adam,
Yeah.
he said I've got to obviously get it out flat.
Yeah, you will. Yeah. That's what you perfectly do. You can't do that when you're in the water, but whatever I tell you, don't listen to me. Listen to Adam. 100%. He'll get you casting a lot further than I will, mate. All I'm doing is showing you what I do. But he'll show you the perfect technique of what he's doing, you know what I mean? Let's go out, come on.
No, we're waiting. We're waiting, baby.
That's it, baby. Out into the lovely Bristol Channel.
Oh, this water's clear.
Remember it. It is a bit clearer today, isn't it? We're getting out to the dirty stuff though, Matt. We're out to the dirty stuff. Keep going. Whee!
I think I should probably have a fun on.
No, you're right. Some music for wimps. You're not a wimp. Oh, here we go. That's it. Right, look up. Make sure you look up. Just obviously, just make sure you try and get the lead to go around, because obviously you're a little bit further up now. Don't want to hit in the water. Go on then. Look up and hit hard. Out swing. In swing. That's it. Spinner. That's better.
Went out.
Let's go and get some casting. You have to cast. You have to go that side of me. What I tend to do, obviously, when you're fishing with water, you need to cast a bit differently. Okay, so what I normally do is get myself up and I go with my hand, no lower than my hand. Right, this is the way I'm going to cast now. I'm going to put that into position. I'm going to keep walking. We'll do it. Tide line up there, got it. Hey!
Nearly filled you up then, boy.
Long way out that tide line, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, I'm about there, so if you go back slightly, right, watch his lead. Long way.
Very long way.
So it'll make a difference if you're fishing in this water here compared to where you get into that dirtier water where that tide line is. It'll pay off big time, guys. Distance all the way on this venue. The further you can hit it, the more chance you get off that drop off. I mean, we've had a decent small lights, not terribly decent blondes, but back in the day we had a few blondes and stuff. I've always find this end or the top end you get more blondes for some reason. I suppose the ground's a bit more grungier. But on a tide like this, we could have gone up there. Could have gone up there, a bit of a walk and that. Maybe do it another day. But let's see if we can get one out there. And today's sponsors are. Yo, I'm joking. Trying to look after myself a little bit. No, yeah. So, and many of you know, but I've not been very well this year, and I feel like I'm getting over the worst of it. That bite. I think that was a bite, guys. Pretty sure that is a bite. We'll have to wait for this. I'll put a couple of taps then. Yep. Getting a couple of taps. Looks bassy, that. Could be bassy. But some, about £8, I think, is the biggest bass I've had up here. That's going to have to wait a minute. That looks like it's slackening off as well. Slightly gone right. Something there. I remember one day I had a screamer here. I mean a screamer. £6.5 bass. So you're fishing over sandbars in a minute. So let's leave that one back in a minute. Tighten them up a little bit. Get back to the shake. Yeah, so as I was saying, and I think as you get older, 40, nearly 44 now, getting on and out, getting on. Still doing it though. Don't know if I'll still be doing it when I'm like 60, but I don't know. I like to think I would, and this is the whole point of it. You've got to start looking after yourself. I mean, builder as well, you end up eating so much like crap sandwiches when you get a chance, and like fast foods, and like I'm a big fan of Chinese. Everyone knows I love the Chinese. And an Indian, I love hot food and that, but I've got to try and maintain a little bit. I can't get away with what I used to do back in the day, you know what I mean? I said to Connor earlier on when he smashed in like 3,000 calories. It's try to look after yourself a little bit, but let's have a go at this anyway. They're not bad really. It's a chocolate one, and it's made with water, so you fill it up with water, but it tastes like a milkshake. But I've been having a banana for breakfast with an apple, down in a pint of water. Dinner time I'll have one of these. Huge. So you can buy them in a bottle, they work out really dear. You buy a bag of that and you get a load of these capsules and make them up, put them in the fridge, and they're banging really. I've got what have I got? I've got chocolate and banana. I'm going to get a sort of caramel one, I think. Just have a bit of grub of the evening. Or 6 o'clock, job done, isn't it? Hey! But, no, it doesn't beat a nice fry up, does it? But, oh, doctor's orders, doctor's orders. So, I'm not feeling it fantastically today. I think we will see a few fish on that income. Whether we get what we want is a different thing. I love to see a blonde out. He's got a chance of a blonde here. It's distant, so you need it with it. You need to get right out over that. So, yeah. Might take him a different way back. Cheat, go and do a bit of cheating. I don't know if the tide will drop enough for it though. It's like a cave, but you've got to, you can only really do it on big tides. You miss the best part of the fishing at half the time. So yeah, it's nice to be back, but anyway, let's get back into the fishing. So on a little birthday match with Birthday Boy, 3-0. Only a bit of fun, isn't it? They're not the rays or nothing we wanted, but tip went over. Dogfish. You're always going to get lots of these up here. Just trying to get into the rays is what we want. But I can try. You've got to treat them with decency, guys. At the end of the day, I know they're quite hard at times, but at the same time they're a fish, and if you're not going to eat them, you don't want to be just killing them for the sake of it, you know what I mean? They can be a pain to get unhooked sometimes, but there you go. So put back, get back to fight another day now, and come down with me if you want. all your fins up there. So to get that bit of distance, I'm going to be right over that now. That drop off's mine now. The coloration now, I've got about 120 yards now, I reckon, to get out to where I want to be. We'll see if he gets out there now. Look, he's capable of doing it. His casting's come on really well, and he had a couple of lessons in the day with Adam, which is, you're not going to beat that really. You know what I mean? There's only a few people I would say that I would want to personally learn casting from, and Adam's definitely one of them. So yeah, he's a good kid. I like him. Overhead front now. Yeah, he's not. Ooh, maybe. Lovely. Nice lad he is. Nice lad. Nice lad. So, let's get a bait up. Okay, guys. So, I'm gonna have the bait up again. What we're gonna do? So, sardine bait up, right? So basically put it around the back there. And I'm just gonna cut up through. Got a fair few of these the other day, so I'm not gonna get probably I can use that as a rubbish bag after, why not? Don't matter, does it? Okay, so got leftovers from the last fish. He's got an head start as well because he's got T-rods and I've got one. So people make people aware. Okay. In fishing clubs, if you're part of the angling trust in the Wyvern division, you're only allowed to fish 2 rods, okay, and the maximum of 3 hooks, I believe, over the two rods. I think you're allowed to use a pennel on them because obviously it's locked. Pennel class is 1, I believe, because it's basically locking the bait into place. So you're allowed to use that, but you're not allowed to use 3 rods, okay? There's no difference. If you're using 3 rods, you're cheating, okay? You're going out the way to cheat. And it's funny because in the last 12 months especially, I ain't gonna name names and stuff, but in the last 12 months especially, I've had people come up to me. I went through it last time when I was going on about cheating before, and actually say about it, okay? And recently, I've witnessed it myself. And it's funny, because the things I know. But I'm not going to go into it, but all I am going to say is, at the end of the day, I don't think anything would get done about it anyway. And that's the reasons why I'm not really that bothered about it, because I think people are afraid to obviously upset other people and stuff like that in life, and when you're working like that. But what I will say is you're cheating every other angler which is taking part in that event, and I don't agree with it. I frown upon it. There's anglers now that I despise, if I'm honest. There's anglers that I actually used to look up to. Look up to is probably the wrong word. Add respect for, and the credibility. And the trouble is, when you get tarnished with cheating, especially in club fishing locally and stuff, it sticks. It's something you'll never ever go away. And people know, well, once people know that you're a cheat, your class has always been a cheat. You know what I mean? And I don't condone it, and I think it's absolutely disgusting myself. And I think personally that there should be rules put in place, which there are, but people should abide by them. And if they're not going to abide by them, then the forces that be should actually take a thing. But it's hard, isn't it? I do get it. But I'd like to say that I myself have never fished 3 rods. Anybody that I've ever fished with, and I've fished with a lot of decent anglers, have never fished 3 rods. And it's you can only fish to your own being. At the end of the day, if people are going to cheat around you, there's nothing you can do about that, guys. And it's I know how frustrating it is, but at the same time, the only thing you can do with it is obviously take part yourself. I mean, people will say if you can't beat them, join them. I don't agree with that at the end of the day. I think it's disgusting. But anyway, I'm going to go and take me 1 rod down to the water's edge now, wade out and hit into the horizon and see and get a fish out on it. to boldly go where no man's gone before. So I'm going out into the Bristol Channel, and good sign. When you see the boats out there like that, it's always a good sign. That means there's a few fish around, so they know that, and they're coming in close. So hopefully we can see some of them today. Nice long drop, and we'll get this one out to the horizon. Let's go. Hey! That's where I want to be. Probably walked out 100 yards. Easy there. See that on my line. Right, I'm going to put that in the spool now. I'm going to set the ratchet on him, and hopefully we can see a fish on. I don't know if you can see in the background up there, there's a boat up there, and he's 120 yards away from the shore. I can hit that from the shore easy, where they're fishing. He's obviously going across. It funnels in up there. You get a lot of small eyes and stuff. You always got a chance of a blonde and stuff. Well, out of previous experience over the years, on the smaller tides I'd always come this end. On the bigger tides I'd always go up. But that stretch there is always worth a gamble. So I'm seeing some really good fish come off of there. You got to pick, haven't you? He was a bit hungover from last night, and he didn't really want to walk too far. And to be honest, you get more fishing time here. Obviously, if you go up that right up there, you've got to walk all the way back. Obviously, you only get so much incoming because you've got to be around this point. So those of you who know where I am, there's a specific part of point when you come down to the left. It's where it starts going green. My advice is always come to an area like this with someone that's been doing it before, but you need to make sure you're that right hand side of that thing on the incoming tide, guys, because there's not very many places you can get up on big tide. Today is a 9.8 meter tide, okay, and it's about 1.5 meters away from the bottom of the cliff now, where it's dry still. So that tide this morning was right up against it. On a 10 point and 11 point, it's very high up, so there's nowhere to stand. And the cliffs, to be honest, aren't somewhere you want to be caught out from. I've been caught out on a time many years ago in February with frosty cliffs and stuff, and to be fair, looking back, shouldn't have been there. It's you get older and wiser, I think, you know what I mean, especially with the ground and stuff like that being frosty. Young, foolish, and yeah, should have known different, if I'm honest, looking back now. But we all make mistakes. It cost me a lot at the time, but you live and learn, don't you? You live and learn. So it's crazy because the actual rock now, which it used to be on, is not there now. It was only going back about 5 or 6 years ago I come up here and it was there, but It seems to have been covered, it looks like now. A little bit of the front of it left, but crazy. So many memories, so many memories. But lovely day for it. Christmas is soon as be upon us, guys, so I'm off to Fort Ventura. I'm not taking the big rods over, I'm only taking travel rods over, and going over with the girls and my mate to hopefully have a little bit of fishing while over there as well. But I'm going to take the big reels and that over. But I think rod wise it's all or nothing. I mean, yeah, see what they can produce at the end of the day. But I'm not taking the Tronics Pros over. I'm really disappointed, guys, if I'm honest. I mean, I emailed Tronics with no email back, not even a response. And I think personally is when you get things, and I know other brands that do it as well, when tips snap and stuff like that. Oh, that was bad. That's a fish. That's a ray. We're on. We're on. Because it's so shallow, it'll give you a good account of it. Just pressure. It's gone all light.
It's gone light, yeah.
It's still there. Wait. There might be a tote. Oh, that was smooth bound.
Sorry, smooth round, boy.
Smooth bound. Hey! Well, that took off. You do get baby taupe up here, so you never know. But what pleasant sights. Fish number Starry.
All right, leave it out.
Fish number 4. Hey! Right, gonna get this one unhooked quickly. What I try to do sometimes when you get, especially these smooth hounds, is don't like to hurt them. So what I'm going to do is basically cushion this underneath. Because there's some sort of, it's top lip. Lovely. Top lip. Hey, look at that. Nice little sight, isn't it? This time of year. Going into November. And yeah, took off like a ray. But yeah, not a massive fish. But hey yo, we're getting back to fight another day. Oh, the eyes on him, look, perfect. Trouble is with these, and you get some depth. Got a sandbar here now. It's like you don't get him over that. He took right off there. Nice sight for November as well, isn't it? Whee! There we go. Get over this bar here. And then we will let him go. Like another day. Hope that's early left. 4-0 up to the OnlyFins. And hopefully, get the battery change of this now. No water to come. See if we can get that ray out. Well guys, it's going off, isn't it? Couple of fish out. None of those big ones we want, but it's got a waiting game now. Low water, so as the time turns, hopefully we get a few fish on. But I've got you set up on camera, tripod, and hopefully you can join us for a few rays out. Nothing guaranteed, but the boat's out there. Hopefully Connor's running into his first one, but he's trying to make use of that distance at the minute, and getting out there onto that last sandbar, wading out while the sea's flat, and getting it right up over. But as I said, sometimes it just goes the distance on this beach. It can make a big difference by getting it out over straight off that drop off. The tide is dropping away down to low water. And the time is now coming up to low water, slack time. So now everything we've had on the way down is a bonus. This is what we're here for. We're after that incoming tide. We're after that tide to change and start bringing the fish back over these sandbars. You can pick up these gullies around me and behind here now, in front as well. You know what I mean? The water start basically trickling down through these and then start to flood the sand we're stood on. And what happens then, you can see up the back, I don't know if you can pick it up, there's a boat right up the back end side there now, right? And that's probably the nearest point as it shelves down off. It's a good spot to get the ray. And exactly the same, it comes all the way down here now. So distance is our key. Distance is our friend. The further we can hit those baits out, up over that drop off, the more chance we're going to get into the blondes, okay? I find, personally, you get false bites now because your line will be going down over the sandbar, and then the water will be flooding over the top of the thing. You'll get dun dun dun. It's not necessarily a bite, it's where the waves are hitting over the top of the sand, and your line's pulling down through it. When you get home, I've always got to clean my reels off after these sort of adventures. But no, I'm going to get a bait up. I'm going to do it now actually. Get one baited up, and I'm going to swap them over then, because sometimes this can be quite hectic. And I mean hectic. You see there's a shell on it. Oh, look what we got on here. That's what they're after. I ain't going to finger this thing, but that's a hermit crab, guys. Hermit crab. He's picked up that bait and he stayed on it, but he's still inside. He's only a little fella. I won't try and pull him out because I'll end up hurting his claws, but I'm going to put him down here, back down into the water. He's back down in the water there now. I'll see him moving. I'll try and get a video of him moving, but probably be scared and wait for that incoming tide. So hopefully we get a few pull downs. Change this bait over. But Christmas is upon us. That time of year again, isn't it? Do you know what? I love winter fishing. I really do. I hate to admit, I do enjoy doing the whiting bashing. Easy, gets all together, and you have a bit of fun, don't you? You know what I mean? I mean, the other year, me and Adam went out to have a go, and oh, bite, dogfish bite. It's not good when you get dogfish bite. Kind of, let's get him on camera for you anyway. It's definitely a bite, that. Heavy. There's a bite like a dogfish. It's maybe the weight. I'm still there. Coming up over that shallow ground it is. Go light again. Hell of a light. So the screen mount on a minute ago. I think whatever it is. It wasn't called fish. No, drop the hook. Drop the hook. So, fully too much coming over that sandbar. Fully too much coming over the sandbar. Yeah. And lucky, win some, you lose some. As you can see, that bottom is all the way down. That bottom hook's come all the way down the bottom. Could have been an eel. Could have been anything really. It wasn't a ray sort of bite. So saves me on hooking it, doesn't it? Saves me on hooking it. But I'm going to get a quick bait up on here now because I want to get some distance on this one, and then try and get out. So quick bait up, guys, and we'll get one out. Okay, guys, I'm going to wade out as far as I can now. Low water, make use of it, make use of the extra distance. Try and get a one going up over. I'm going to take a bit more cautious with these, because you're going to have to put them up over the rough, and see, because of sometimes they're flat on the seabed, you can pull the hook. So if we do get a big blonde on, it's going to be a bit more plain. No bullying, no bullying. You've seen how far I waded then. Colin's just hit a good one as well, so hopefully he gets one out on that cast. But that is right out there. That right there, you can see on my lot reel, look. It's right down. I'll just get him on the tripod a minute. So guys, you can see the water starting trickling back now. Starting to flood up all these little chambers and gullies coming up through troughs. And as the tide starts pushing up through them, it will start gaining height, flooding over the sand, and start pushing us back now, and to the boulders behind us. I mean, it's a 9.9 or 9.8 tide today. So I think it's a 9.8 this tide. I think a 9.9 high water this morning. I think in the afternoon it's 9.8. So it's not the biggest of tides, it's not the smallest of tides, but at the same time you've always got a chance to get a few fish out, as we have done today. But as we said, low water, grass now obviously rising, it just drops off down there, and you can feel it straight away when you get fish on. Even a smaller fish will feel dead weight, and when you get them up, you've just got to be real careful and just gain it up over that drop off, especially with the bigger fish. And hopefully we can see if we can try and land one here today. Should be nice. It's very, very shallow out there, and you're coming up over the bars. I mean, up from where I was there, probably 100 yards out, I'm up to my waist in water.
So hopefully we can see a couple of small lights out at least. Okay, lads and ladies, these sardines are going down well today. So the baits I'm using, I'm basically cutting the heads off. They'll feed the other fishes. What I like to do, you give a thumb like that from the bottom of your hand up, like from the middle of your palm. Perfect ray bait. Then I'll cut up through it. You don't want massive baits, but you want them to be aerodynamic. Okay, so we've got the bait up in there like that. Those other ones are doing for in a minute. Get the bait elastic. So basically my other rod in my bag's right at the back of the boulders now. So the other thing is, when we're looking back, if you're in night time, you always want to make sure, and these cliffs behind where I am at the moment, especially in the dark, look all the same. I mean, we've been caught out many a times from thinking, oh, so we walk past it when we come down. So it gives us a focus point where we know the tide. Now the tide is basically going to push us straight back here now, because it'll get the depth and push us straight back. Where if you're up further, the tide comes from behind you. So a bit like the sand spit in Wales, you've got to watch what you're doing, guys, on this Bristol Channel. You really have. I mean, even the reef marks and that, if you're caught out, it could cost you your life, and it's never worth that extra. And many people do it. You think, oh, they're catching a few fish, just get, you know what I mean? But personally, I mean, for Connor coming here today, he's safe. You know what I mean? He knows he's coming down here today. He's safe for me anyway. I know where I'm going and stuff. And at the end of the day, we're straight out and straight back. But then obviously, maybe next time we'll go out and fish the bar, fish out towards where the boats are. I mean, you've always got a good chance of getting some fish out there. And then up to the, I like to take him up the end point, but probably do that maybe next year. So, sardine smashing it out in a minute. So we need to get that first ray on it though, isn't it? Get that first ray and we'll be laughing. To be honest, guys, especially on our coast at the minute, I would use this as much as I would sand do. I've no problem at all taking this sardine out. I've got loads and loads in the fridge, and I've got another pack in there. I don't like to refreeze it, but no, I would have gone through both if I normally do like a pack of 7, and it'll do me the session for 1 rod. So really, I could have I'll probably give him the Connor. He'll freeze them down then and use them for hussing and stuff. So bait elastic along the top. Good thing about that then, all I've got to do is change the weight. A bit lazy really, I've got a weight on my bag. All I've got to do is change the lead on that, put a lead on, clip him on, and I'm fishing again. As this tide starts to flood in now, all to do with time. You know, obviously guys, we've not got long. I would say we've probably got a good 2 hours fishing. You can fish back a bit further as it gets to the rocks and stuff if you wanted, but we're not doing that today. Connor's going out tonight. The whole point was to come up over low water, get a few fish out, hopefully try and get him a blonde out. But yeah, you could do with wading out slightly further if I'm honest, just to get that height and hopefully get out there over that back of that bar. It does pay a big difference. I mean, you're on the incoming now, you don't really need it because it will come through, but on that back tide, as it's dropping back to low water, you want to basically get them out over that then. But I spent many a nights here. I used to have the PPT Viper, and I remember being out there before, a big, I don't begin with S, headlight, I can't remember what it's called now, Sepcotec or something, I can't remember exactly. Some of you anglers remember it. And I had a PPT Sidewinder, I think originally first, and I went to the Viper. And I'll never forget, I had what I thought was my best, my favourite fish, because it was the biggest one I had back then, and it was like £7. I think the 5.5 I had first, then I had a 7, and I was over the moon, literally over the moon. You take it for granted now, you catch a £7 and just like don't even bother taking a picture half the time, do you? You know what I mean? But back then it was sort of started me and my love for fishing. I mean, this beach especially was like the secret hidden beach, and it was and it produced lots and lots of fish back then. But there's lots of marks now which on the Bristol Channel necessarily you don't need to, like, you know what I mean, there's like white mark, Grenelli and stuff which are very famously known. I mean, not so myself, I think so many people just broadcast it now where it's got to the point none of it's secret anymore, you know what I mean? But tide's starting to flood now, watching that rod tip, so I watch that pull down straight over. Hopefully we can get a ray on, guys. That's what it's about, just getting that one ray today, and then it's a session, you know what I mean? That's what we come up here for. You never come up, I've not come up here to go and target a specimen small eye. I mean, you've always got a chance of a 10-pounder. You've got a chance of 11, 12-pounders up here at the right time, you know what I mean? But because there's that many rays in the Bristol Channel, 9 times out of 10, you get a 10-pounder, you've done really well, like. But you can see the bait starting to row in, so my sardine heads and that starting to row back in with the tide and that now. So that's where you want your baits. You don't want your baits on the top of these, you want it in the flat surfaces. I used to use a 7-ounce lead, I've done it before, when I've been up there on my own. And I've cast out the 7-ounce lead and then like literally taking it around, and as long as you've got a big enough lead to hold bottom in that and you're using the run up and over rig, it works really well. That boat's obviously sat up there and he's had a few fish. 9 times out of 10 if there's no fish around, they're gone. So it's a good sign. It's a good sign. Connor's doing a dance. He's in birthday mode, he is. But yeah, hopefully guys, we see that rod tip hold over. Hopefully we can pull the ray out for the day. But as I said, these waders, so overall the review for the day so far. So the mega studs are perfect. I love them. I've always been a big fan of them. When they go down, all you got to do is get some more studs and redo them. I think you can actually send them back to Vass to be re-studded again. But my previous ones I wore, these, what the Mark IIs, I had them for years and years and years, guys, and I mean years and years and years. I like these. I've got to be honest, I do like these. They're comfortable. There's a lot of room in them. They fit perfectly around there. They're a little bit baggy on the knees, which I like anyway, because you want that when you're kneeling up and down and that with a fish. You've got the pull straps on the front of it. You've got the inside mobile phone pocket. You've got the outside bait pocket if you wanted. What would I like to see? What would I like to see? I don't know. It's hard, really, isn't it? I I do that a lot, to put my hands inside, but I'd always like to see like hand pockets, because it's, well, especially when you're sitting there fishing. But obviously on the waders there, it's probably a bit harder to do, isn't it? You've got the wet seams, I suppose, with your hand, and it's another thing what hold water, I suppose. So it's one of them. But personally, I love them. I really like them. I mean, they've got lovely finishing touches on them. You've got the original Vass belt, and yeah, you've got the original straps. I do like the green. I think the green is it's a nice touch. I mean, it's something a bit different. I think that's more from the carbon side, which is joint now with it, which is a nice touch. I mean, the boots is actually the same colour as before, and the main thing, I suppose, is you can see in them. Would I be using these off the rocks? No, I don't advise wearing waders off the rocks. But one thing I will say, and a lot of people know, I'll give credit to where credit's due, and these breathable waders are by far the best waders available on the market, by far. They're lovely, guys. They're hard wearing. I've had the Snowby waders, like the ones, I still get them every now and again. I've got a pair at home with footing boots, because sometimes I don't like to wear waders because you want to go for a pee or whatever like that. It's just a nightmare to go get down over and that, you know what I mean? But I've got some of them, and what I've found is, especially going up for a couple of trips, they end up leaking and that, because you end up knocking them. With these, I never had a leak with them. I never had it at all, you know what I mean? And I had them for years and years, and in the end, I think they sort of just wore down, but they were used and abused. I mean, the stuff they've gone through, they weren't washed regularly and stuff like that. I recommend that you probably better to do that. And in fairness, I think that was the reason why. It was me not looking after waders like I should. But they get chucked in the wader bag and left, where probably when you get home it's worth washing them out in fresh water and stuff like that to get the seawater out of it and stuff. But no, got another boat turning up now. But yeah, guys, highly recommend the Vass 3300 series breathable system technology waders. Very nice, very nice. So yeah, thumbs up on that note. So hopefully we can get into it now. That little guy, he's gone back in there. I'm going to give him a bit of depth of water now. You might play around a bit. There's a few hermit crabs up here, well, I've noticed in these ponds. But it goes to show, when the hermit crabs are there like that, that's going to be the reason the smooth arms are there still, I suppose. But boat coming up in front of us now. See, he's coming across exactly where I'm casting. I know what he's doing. He's going across to the side there, so I know I'm on the depth of water there now. Hopefully we can see a few rays out. Okay guys, fish number 5. Only thing is, got to come put one rod away now, and come over and we'll fish together for the last. See, this one here is It's going to be tricky because he's got. He's got both hooks there. So something I'm going to do is. Yeah, got the first one. Let's pull that hook out of the way so I don't hurt myself. Second one. Dogfish again. I'm going to put him in this water just to get his wits about him. He'll swim around in there. The incoming tide will come now and he'll pick him up. As long as he's in these rock pools, it's ideal as well because you can get a few fish in, especially rays. Makes a nice group photo. But fish number 5. Woo! Giving it to him today. One rod as well. But guys, it goes to show it is distance at the end of the day. All these fish are coming out right over the back of that drop off, and you can feel tension all the way in at first. I mean, they're feeling like they're blondes at first as you're levering and levering, the rod's rocking back over. Because you've got your big lead set over the bottom of the bar, so you're basically like that, your line's going like that and then dropping right down. And yeah, so I'm going to get this one changed over quickly, we'll wade out, and we'll see if we can get that ray. I'd like to see him get a blonde. He's coming over now anyway. So this is what we're here for. This is prime time now. Anything we've had on the way down is a bonus. This is what it's about. It's about that incoming water, low water, and we've travelled all the way up from Devon to take full advantage of it. Been a nice day out, a few fish out. I was gutted about my reel because obviously just fishing one rod's rubbish, isn't it? But it is what it is, unfortunately. So what we'll do, get this one set up. Me and Connor is going to walk out and do a special. Let's go. Right, and the walk of it right out there. Raise on, raise, baby. There it is, guys. We both got one out. Connor's going to come over and say hello quickly. I'm going to get his down for you.
Ideal. Thank you very much.
Here we go.
Oh. Let's go.
So what do you find about the venue then?
It's very flat.
Very flat.
So obviously, big cast could help you.
Yeah. It's with what you just said there. Then, as you're fishing down to low water, distance is always going to help because you're going to get over that drop off. You can see this sort of ground. This is what it is, and it's just going down and down and down and down and down.
Yeah.
And suddenly it drops off. As soon as it drops off, that's where you're obviously going to pick a lot of the fish up. I've caught all mine today, and as you've seen, I've been wading out to here.
I can't hit a pendulum cast in the water. That's dodgy.
It's experience. It's something you're going to learn, but it's a lot harder.
Yeah, like on flat ground, it's easy.
If you see what I'm doing, I'm not doing it properly.
No, you haven't got this arm straight.
No, because I've got to basically like do that with a rod to get it to go out and then lift it up over the water.
Yeah.
And then as it comes round, I make sure that lead comes around that way and it goes up like that.
Yeah, like
because as
vertical.
it comes around then, it's not going to hit that water there, it's going to come around there. So that enables me to get in and cast. And to be honest, it makes a difference a lot of the Bristol Channel venues by getting out there into that over that drop off. Now's the time, that's what we're here for. So the water's coloured, it's not a fantastic big tide. You can see all these pits and stuff like you were fishing beforehand. If you're fishing for there and hitting that pit, you want to remember that where that is, because when you come here next time, when you come here next weekend, we can think to ourselves, you know what, we'll pitch there, our cast will be right in there, guaranteed you'll pick a ray up there over the top as the tide starts dropping back. It's perfect for it, you know what I mean? If you
it's literally straight off that big boulder.
It is, isn't it? I mean, to be fair, high water we could probably hit to, I don't know, it's probably, I don't know.
You'd hit the sand.
Yeah,
you could probably hit that.
We're probably high water, we'd probably just be where we're hitting where we are now. It's about 150 yards, I'd say, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but about getting them fish up over the
yeah,
first
and
bit of rock.
then it's right back to the cliff. You're not going to get the pendulum cast either. So I don't know. I don't think we'd actually make where we are, but we can make where we are here now, and it does pay off distance. Having said that, as this tide starts to flood now, as I just talked about before, you're going to get all these rays coming back in between. The difference is, see all these foodies now from the heads and stuff. Look at down there. You've got a hermit crab. I've just done a quick picture of that. And yeah, that's what it's about, guys. I said that's what we're here for. The incoming tide up here for low water. It took us an hour and a half to get here, and it could pay off. Not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed to pay off every time.
Well, nowhere's guaranteed.
No, on a bigger tide. So if you come here on I like an upper 10s, just before the 11 metre tide. Because it goes out far enough, but it's not too much. But if you can get on, you imagine this now. It's a 9.8 metre tide. Imagine going out in that extra metre drop. You'd be out there on that next sandbar. There's never sandbar further.
Well, oh right.
Yeah. So
yeah, you can feel it with the lead when you're reeling in.
Second, third, and then you can get out. There is on a big tide, you can get out on it. But we've got to cast over that. The whole point of us walking as far as we can now. It's going to rain. It looks like. I don't care. Nor did I. We've got waders on. It is what it is, isn't it? Get a little bit wet, it's worth it. But this is a time now where you're going to get sandy, you're going to get wet, you're going to get mucky. I mean, rigs are going to have to be ready now, fishing one rod each. Back in tides, you can't really fish two rods and fish two rods properly. I mean, if you get a fish on, you want to be straight on with it, don't you? You know what I mean, as soon as it goes over. I'm hoping we can see a few small eyes out. If you can get a blonde, ideal. But out from what you've ever fished, is this a lot different to that?
Very different.
Yeah?
Beach fishing. A lot different. Obviously lately I've been doing a lot of rock fishing. Which I do enjoy. And at first that's what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be literally we're casting to the sand, and then all of a sudden these sandbanks are just like pop straight out.
Miracle of a beach. It's like this was called the Secret Beach. And there was a guy who done a book about it many years ago and sort of like publicised it at the time, and then it was like a secret for years and years and years. And same with everything, I suppose. It sort of like gets used and stuff, and a lot of people fish it. There's certain anglers that will make the effort, but you're going to get the same stamp of fish here as you do off White Mark or Grenelli. You know what I mean? But
a lot easier access.
But yeah, a lot easier to access. Where what I like about it, we're down here today. There's only me and you on the beach. Fishing. You know what I mean? But there is
a few dogfish.
What?
There's been a few dogfish.
Yeah, that's a good mark where that boat is. You can get up in front of that. The way you look back down, you can see that right in the cliff. That's where you look for when you're going up through there. But this is how much has changed. I mean, I remember me and Eddie Riley come up here one day, and as we were wading out from the beach there, coming back down on here, we went to wade out, and we were up to there in water. It was about to go over our waders, and I was like, Eddie was like, "What are we going to do?" And I said, "You got to keep walking because we're nearly there. If we turn back, the swell's going to fucking put us over us." Beep. Sorry. And then and then we managed to get that extra step, and I walked up. I went, "Eddie, we're here," and he was taller than me. He had all the stuff in his box and that was soaking wet. How we done it? It was middle of the night, 2 o'clock in the morning, just raging to get out here and catch rays. But no, it's a special part. It's something which it's a place will always be quite special to me. And I've enjoyed coming up here today, to be honest. And hopefully over the few years, you'll put the after Christmas is best.
Is it?
After Christmas.
When everywhere else is fishing really hard.
No, after Christmas you'll get a better stamp of fish. Right. February times, you always got a chance to get some good fish and that up here. But yeah, I never said that. Anyway, let's get into it. Okay, guys, we hope you've enjoyed the adventure. And it's been alright, yeah.
Well, I found it a bit hard.
I say it's been alright. It's been
Well,
nice to
I've
get
got a
out
fish
for a
out.
day, you know. It's nice to get out for a day. New venue.
I've got one out.
Looks like it's going to pee it down in a bit, so hopefully we'll be out of there by then. But we got a bit of a walk on the way home. But yeah, going to bring this fish in now, and say fish. It looked like a dogfish tab earlier on. It hasn't done nothing since then.
Might be a race out.
Yeah, I can't see it. I'm going to pack up now. I'm going to get my waders in the bag. Got a bit of a walk to get up, and then yeah, game on. So let's get into it. Last reeling of the day. Will it be? Will it be? Now.
Wait.
Look at that bend with that rod. Great lad going right over, guys. Maybe a doggy on. Might just be a lead coming over. Just going over. I'll have a lot of sandbars in a minute. Maybe a fish on, because the way it's gone left. Normally it'd be going right now. Another fish on. Final one of the day. Guys, it's a doggy dog world, and we shall end with a doggy. We should end with a doggy. This one's tangling himself up a little bit, so exactly the same thing. Try to unhook him properly. I mean, he's got himself in the right pickle, this one. Tried eating my top, which I'm not really pleased about, and yeah, there you go. So last dogfish of the session. We're getting back to fight another day now, and guys, hope you enjoyed the production. A little bit of fun here. I'm going to leave you a Connor in the background while I put this one back. You in? Nah. Okay, that's a lot from us. Tight lines to the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, for the waders, I mean, perfect. I do love them. Mark IIs were really good, and as I said, these, to be fair, really comfortable. Extra pair of socks on inside, just for comfort, really. And away we go. So yeah, hopefully join you in the next production. Tight lines. There's Connor. Somewhere down there, coming up over the rocks.
And yeah, we've sailed farewell. We'll be back again soon. Been a good day. Been nice to be back. I mean, I do miss this place a little bit. It's just the memories more than anything. But yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare to get to. And I don't know who put the rope in, but it's it's seen better days.
That's a long way, isn't it?
Long way up, mate. Woo. It's a boldly go where no man has gone before. But there you go, guys. The Bristol Channel, the one and only, on a quite clear day. But yeah, I hope you've all enjoyed it. We've had a bit of fun today for Connor's birthday. Bit of breakfast, late start, but I'm sure I'll get him back. But yeah, tight lines all. Have a good weekend.